Hi everybody, welcome to the LisaBug Fitness and Yoga Fitness Assessment Series. What I have today is the plank test. And the plank is kind of the gold standard for determining the stability of your entire core. And that is so important to have a strong and stable core to protect our spine and our lower back. So the plank test really does or the plank itself really does fire the most muscles of our core as literally any core exercise. And I think maybe the only one that fires more is the mountain climber. But our core involves the rectus abdominis, the internal and external obliques, but most importantly, that deepest layer of abdominal tissue called the transverse abdominis. And that literally wraps around our entire torso and helps us to stabilize our internal organs, our lower back, helps keep us from injuring our back when we're doing things on a daily basis. So this assessment and doing planks is really important to the health of our spine. So what we want to do for the gold standard of the plank assessment is to do a forearm plank from our toes. But I know that not everyone is able to do that. So I want to give you some options. I just want you to make sure that when you repeat this assessment 6 months down the road, that you repeat it exactly the same way so that you can compare apples to apples. So make yourself some good notes on the way that you decided to perform this plank assessment. So the gold standard for this, where you'll see most all of the results online that tell you how you've done, is to come down onto your forearms, and you can clasp your hands if you'd like or keep them separated. Tuck your toes and lift your knees up off the floor and make your body as completely straight as you possibly can. So some no-nos, we want to make sure that we don't let our fanny come up in the air, because then we're not really using our core, we're using our hip flexors. So drop your hips down. It might be a good idea to have someone help you administer this so they can give you some feedback, or do this in front of a mirror so you can see your own body. Also make sure your back isn't sagging and your hips aren't dropping down. Make sure your head doesn't drop. When you get tired, it's really easy to do this, so keep your head neutral. We don't want to look forward, but we want to have a nice neutral head. So then we time ourselves in that plank and see how long we can stay there with good form. So if you can't do the forearm plank from the toes, the next best bet is from the knees. So same thing, we have our feet behind us, our knees behind us, and we just stay on the knees in our plank. It's not going to look quite as much of a straight line as the full plank from the toes, but you get the idea. We just want to keep that neutral core here. So you can also do a plank up from the hands and the knees here. You can go hands and the toes. You can do a side plank if you'd like to test your strength to go from your side plank position on each arm. And if you're just starting out or you have shoulder issues, injuries, surgeries, the most basic plank that you can do is hands and knees with really good form. Because it's not about what your arms are doing or about what your legs are doing. It's about the ability for you to stabilize your core. So you could even do bird dog. One arm forward, one leg back. See how long you can hold it on this side, and then see how long you can hold it on this side. So there's a lot of great options to do this assessment as you're working up to strengthening your core, to strengthening your transverse abdominis, and getting stronger through the midsection. So just determine which test you want to do. Write down exactly what you did so you can compare it to next time. I'll have an article in the notes of the video that you can check out more information. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.